Hello everyone, this is Brooke McDowell and I want to give a summary of everything that I have learned about Google and all of the good things that it has for education and what we can use them for at our school and other places. First of all, what is Google? Well, Google is it started as a search engine in 1996, and they focused on being the best search engine possible, solving search problems and being dedicated to products. Their motto is "Don't be evil," and I like that they take risks and they have a 20% time motto. You can focus on what they want you to do for 80% of the time, but then 20% of the time you can kind of do things that you would like, come up with other problem solving things, and lots of their products have came off of this 20% time. You're a lot more productive if you can use 20% of the time as your own time, and come and bring things out of that. So I think that's a great motto that we can use in education also. Google has some browsers, or a browser, Google Chrome, and it compares to Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Safari. It works across all platforms, so you can use it on your phone, you can use it on the computers. Doesn't matter what kind of computer you're using, but you can use Google Chrome. It has a tabbed experience and high loading speed. I really like Chrome, and that's the main browser that I use now. I like that you can sign in, and as you sign in, and no matter what platform you're using, it remembers everything for you. And so that's a really good thing that I like about it. Google started as a search, and it was what makes Google Google. It's what Google does as a main thing, although they've added many other things to their background. Google search is how they started, and that's what they do well. They are a great search engine. But I learned that there's lots of other things that you can do with a Google search. There's games that you can play. There's Google Junior that has a kid-safe search engine. There's lots of other searching tools that can make searching easier also. So Google is a very, very friendly search engine. Google Web Academy is a very cool tool. There are quizzes that you can take to see what you know about Google, and there are also lots of lessons. These are great things, and I learned a lot as we walked through the different lessons here. I also shared them with a lot of my colleagues, and I will bookmark them for the future because it's great to go back and focus on things, or if you need to figure out what it is that you need still to refine in your learning. Lots and lots of great tools out there, thanks to Google. Gmail is the mail service by Google, and it is free. It's in its 8th year of existence. It has tabs that you can use, as well as categories, stars, importance, things like that. You can also put tasks in there. I like that you can translate your emails. I have a student who speaks Spanish, so I can email her in English and she can get them in Spanish, or if she emails me in Spanish, I can translate it back to English. You can add contacts, groups. There's lots and lots of customization available here. Gmail is the webmail that we use now, and I really like it. All of our students have Gmail, and so it's very easy to communicate with them. It's just a really great tool. Google Calendar is another great feature involved from Google, and here are 7 reasons that you should use Google Calendar. First of all, you can share your schedule. So you can create a calendar, you can share it with, let's say, the district. If it's a sports calendar or something, you can share it with your family. You can create a family calendar. You can get your calendar on the go, so it can sync to your phone, to your tablet, to your desktop, so you have it everywhere you go. You can never forget another event. You can set, not only can you have it wherever you go, but you can set reminders and alerts so that your phone can go off or your email can pop up and tell you that you have an event. It also lets you send invitation and track RSVPs. So let's say you have an IEP meeting, you can send out emails and put it in Google Calendar, and it will email invitations and they can RSVP, so that's a really great thing. It syncs with other desktop applications, so I use it. It syncs with Google Classroom, so if I have an assignment in Google Classroom, It will then go to Google Calendar and it can alert students that they have an assignment that's coming up. It also works offline, and most importantly, it's free. So great tool to use, Google Calendar. Google Sites is something I haven't used very much, but it's very cool if you have a website or you need a website. It's free. It's also very easy to use. You can build your website. Great for classroom websites if you need to add different links or a Dropbox or things like that. It's good for collaboration. You can have students work on it together. They can drop different assignments or other things there. And something that I'd like to try in the future is to use it for building student portfolios. Maybe as we go towards student-led conferences, I can have students build portfolios online and then they can show their parents on their Google site. Google Drive is kind of the hub of the Google Suites. Everything is organized here in Google Drive. I love Google Drive. It's a great way to organize. You don't have to carry around flash drives or email things. Everything is in your drive. So no matter if I'm at my laptop at school, I jump on a Chromebook in a different classroom, I go home, or even on my phone, I have access to all of my files. This also helps us to be able to collaborate. I can share things with other people. I have a shared folder with, let's say, my library board that I'm on. I have a shared folder with all of the class sponsors. Great ways to collaborate. It also allows you to add it to Google Classroom, so you can share files with students and vice versa. Google Docs is comparable to Word, Microsoft Word, but in addition to that, it has collaboration. Collaboration is the key to Google, and it's one of the extras and one of the positives that it has. It's available on all platforms, like most Drive tools, on or offline. Lots and lots of things with Google Docs. This is all we use here at school now for our students. Again, Google Sheets, comparable to Excel, but we add in that collaboration piece in there. So it's part of Suites. There is a little bit of limitation in some of the data capabilities that it has with the formulas, but it's getting better, it's increasing. But if you're just gonna do some basic things or create tables, then it's all you need. I like Google Forms. I want to start using them a little bit more to create surveys and quizzes for my students. I created this one about parent-teacher conferences, but it then compiles all your answers into a Google Sheet. There are some cool extensions out there that I would like to try out a little bit more, like Flubaroo, that can help you to grade the forms automatically. So you can create a quiz, have it dump into your sheet, and then Flubaroo can grade it for you, which would be a great time management tool. Google Draw is something that I hadn't used before, but I created this nice logo here. You can use it to create logos, to create other posters or things like that, layer things in there, and then you can add it to a doc. It's really, really easy to use. Google Slides is comparable to PowerPoint, but again, add that collaboration in there. Very easy to use. You can add YouTube video links to it, which is what I like. You can then add it to Google Classroom, which is what I do with my things, so that students who are absent can access them. All of that. It's a great tool there. Chromebooks, this is what we use here in our district, but you can purchase a Chromebook. It has free programming, so you don't have to go then out and buy the Microsoft suite of programs. You just use apps into your Google Drive. I like that you can sign into them. So we don't have students assigned a specific Chromebook. It doesn't matter which one they grab. They grab it, and they don't have access to everyone's stuff, but they sign in, and then theirs is dumped into it. And they have a great price tag, $200 to $300. But if you don't want a full Chromebook, you can go with a tablet. They're lightweight and cheaper. The Google tablets are Android-based and they use Google Play, but you can access everything else that you would have on a Chromebook. And the last thing is that we've talked about the Chrome Web Store. You can go to the web store and find apps and extensions. Most of them are free, and they help you to use Chrome better and Google better. So the extensions can help you with your search. They can help you do things like Flubaroo in Sheets. You can have editing tools for docs, lots and lots of tools there. And then you can have different apps, like there's science apps out there that I can use to teach students. There's games, lots and lots of different tools. Overall, I enjoyed this class a lot. I loved learning how to use a lot of different things. I didn't know anything about Powtoons or Piktochart before this class, so even though those weren't our focus in the modules, they were ones that we had to use, and those were great. I've actually assigned students to use these now, and they've really enjoyed them. So not only have I learned from this class, but I've had students learn also. So thank you, and I hope that I continue to learn more about it and share it with my colleagues.